what cutie can come to be when we use 3 markers. We're gonna do a 3 marker challenge today. Welcome back. Hello. Hi. I thought we would bring it back to our sketchbook doing one of my favorite little challenges, and that is the 3 marker challenge. It's definitely an easy exercise to get the creative juices flowing in your brain. Just unblock the mucky waters just a little bit. But in order to start a 3 marker challenge and begin the juice making process, we probably need to know what markers we're going to be using. And this is where this comes in handy. If you remember from the last 3 marker challenge we did, or if you're new here, this is a supplies generator that I created using the alcohol markers and paint markers that I own. It makes this choosing process a little easier. Using this generator, I can click this little button here and it will regenerate new and fresh selections for us. We're going to click this 3 times, and on the 3rd one, that's what we're gonna do. 1, 2, 3. Right. Here we go. Okay, so we've got G020, Pale Lemon Yellow, RV180. There we go. Hollyhock. Those are cute together. It reminds me of Pink Lemonade. And the last one is PB1. Sky Blue. Okay, if those are not the cutest little pastel colors I have ever seen, can't wait to swatch those. Now, I was going to cut a very nice little swatch sheet. However, my scissors are in the other room, and on this day, I'm lazy. And plus, if it's torn, it kind of gives a little more character, don't you think?
Yeah.
Thanks, HP.
I can go get your scissors.
No need whenever I can just be a little Terry Goblin. Also, I thought this was really cool. The marker paper that I have is double-sided no bleed, and by ripping this, I have figured out their secret. Look how cool. You can see that there's something sandwiched in between the layers. It's like gray. I don't know, absorbent something. I don't know. Anyway, I thought that was cool. Isn't that neat? Wow. Do you even care? It's stinking paper. Ideally, I would like to do the final on marker paper. I'm getting very close to you. Would you like to come in? You're going to come closer whether you like it or not. Let us start with our very first one, which was this. Pale Lemon Yellow for our peepers. Let that dry a little bit and then we'll label it. Next we have Hollyhock, which this one we have used quite a bit. I feel like I have said the word hollyhock on this channel more than I have in my entire life. And last but not least, we have PB1 Sky Blue. Oh, this is also another well-used one because this nib is gross. Look at that little scraggly thing. Need to flip that around. Very cool thing about these Ohuhu markers is that the nibs are flippable. That yellow is way more highlightery than I was anticipating. It does match the cap pretty perfectly. I don't know why I was expecting anything different. Okie dokie. I wanted to see what they looked like. I don't even know why I tried to say this word. Is it even a word? Gradiented? I'm looking it up. Well, there is a past tense word for gradient, but it is not gradiented.
Gradii.
No?
Gradiente.
Close, maybe. Gradated? How to say? Let's see.
Gradated.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds sillier than my word. I don't like it. I made gradients. They are beautiful. Now for the idea getting. The first thing that I said whenever we swatched the yellow and pink, it made me think of Pink Lemonade. That will be the first thing that we write down. Also, whenever I was looking at these colors, I told HP that it reminds me of vaporwave sort of things. So that is another idea. I keep thinking about like marine life specifically. I'm thinking about jellyfish or even, oh, okay, excuse me, cuttlefish, which, little FYI, are my favorite marine animal. Well, that's not true. They're my favorite ocean dwelling Cuttlefish are cool. We can just make a note of bubbles. And I also don't know if this will help, but they also happen to remind me of Lucky Charms marshmallows. Is that enough idea making? I don't know, because I have all of these things, but they have not created a cohesive thought. I'll just doodle some things, I suppose. Starting the glass of lemonade. A cute little straw in here. I usually draw bendy straws. I'm not going to do that on this day. Wow. She's so quirky. A lemon back here. I always feel like depicting vaporwave is kind of difficult, at least for me. And that's probably because I don't really know what defines vaporwave. Internet-based art style uses 80s and 90s aesthetics, okay? Glitch art, low-resolution effects, and a collage of classic statues, early computer graphics, and Japanese anime. The typical vaporwave thing that you see, black floor, sky with like a sun, and then palm trees or mountains. That's what I always see anyway. I mean, I know that you guys have seen these. Honestly, if we go with like the vaporwave aesthetic, it could make sense as to why there's jellyfish or cuttlefish there. It'll make sense to not make sense. Does that make sense? I've seen a lot of almost liminal space stuff too. Add some different weird things, I guess. Get the old creativity going, you know? This idea here is like a little tiled tunnel, maybe? Like you would see in a bathhouse or something. Just being weird. You know what? I know that I said liminal, but I want to call it logically illogical. Great. Okay. Bingo. And then maybe jellies or cuddles. I mean, that's where the bubbles can come into play too. And if I draw some bubbles down here, we can kind of figure out what kind of iridescence they would be. And get some colors on these things. Probably should put a little bit of line work down just so that I know what the heckin' is happening. We'll just get all the line work on here first, and then we'll do the fun stuff. I put the coaster on here so I could make sure that we used all of our colors, because if it's pink lemonade with the lemon, where's the blue supposed to go, you know? That's what we ended up with. It's fine. You know, it's just a little doodle. Now for you. I don't know what is going to be more difficult, the vaporwave or the iridescent bubbles. Something like that with the sun, and then trying to think of like the shadows of the mountain and what they would look like and where they would end. Something like that. I mean, I think it definitely gets the idea across, right? Okay, bubbles. Bubbles time. Little blue on the inside. Turns out making iridescent bubbles is more difficult, especially with 3 colors, and especially in the hands of an artist who doesn't know how to do it. The idea is there. Honestly, it's probably all in the layout and where the shiny bits are. Yep, those are bubbles. Oh my gosh. Just got very distracted at looking at different cuttlefish because they're so stinking cute. I just love them. I do want to incorporate the whole jellyfish or cuttlefish idea, but I feel like I've seen a lot of jellyfish art, like as far as characters designed around jellyfish, and I haven't really seen a lot with the cuttlefish, and I think it deserves a little recognition, and I want to do it. I'm just gonna draw one. I think that they are the same amount of cuteness as it's technically the Dumbo octopus, pancake octopus, the cute little octopuses. They're just so tiny and cute. Cuttlefish for me are definitely in that realm. The reference that I'm looking at, it's like holding its 2 front little, what are these? Tentacles? Mouth flaps? I'm just gonna show you. He's got his 2 front little tentacle things wrapped together like he is so timid. He's so cute. They also have these cute little ruffles, but they're, I don't know, it's how they move around, but it looks like a ruffle. They come pre-made with a tutu. I mean, how cute is that? They also have those weird goat eyes that I feel like all marine smarties have, you know? So cute. cuttlefish can not only change their skin color and patterns, they can also change their skin texture, which is so cool depending on their mood or what they're trying to communicate. So sometimes they can look really spiky and scary, and then other times they're just like these little timid looking cuties, and I just love them. So stinking cute. I can't stand it. And what's really nice is that since they can change colors and patterns, we can make him whatever colors we stinking want. I'm gonna go with some little spots. It's almost like the cuttlefish version of Freckles. I just don't know what order of colors would look the best. Kind of feeling this one. Looking at all of them, this one is the one that just keeps calling back to me, so that shall be it. Oh my gosh. Stop it right now. And I definitely want to do a character based on a cuttlefish now, I think. Ruffles, for sure. I definitely want like a timid, like little cutesy pose. Cutesy and soft versus like whenever they're upset. Because fun fact about me, I don't want anyone to be upset ever. Only happiness when you're around me. Whether that is healthy or not remains to be seen. Also, because of the tentacles, I'm kind of thinking about curly or like messy hair maybe. I definitely want her to have big eyes. I might even try to like humanize the eye of the cuttlefish. I don't know if I want there to be a clear iris definition or if I want it to be like if she were wearing like a sclera lens or something. You know what? I think that is for future sirens to figure out. Cuttlefish also do the whole, inking thing, but it could be like a cloud of like really cute swirls instead of ink and maybe cute little bubbles. So we can get that in there. Got one idea down, but it reminds me a lot of Splatoon and the Inklings. Kind of phones it in. I think I want a puffy skirt because ruffles. Do layers of ruffles so that we know that it's extra poofy. Over here, I'm thinking either very frilly shorts or pants, but I do want to give them a chance. And if I pick pants, I'm not going to pick this one. So I'll just do some frilly shorts over here, I guess. I feel like there's something there. You know what? A certain style of shirt that I always see toddlers wear. And it's got like the ruffles on the edges like this, and it kind of goes over the shoulders. Ooh, I think that might work for her. I know these shoes don't look like much, but I'm thinking about like high heel Mary Janes. It has nothing to do with the cuttlefish. It's just cute. Okay. Let's get some line work on these puppies, and then we can see what colors go where and which one we like the best. Here are the three little ladies that I came up with, and it's so funny because, first of all, drawing a colorful character with a limited palette with also colorful clothes is a little more difficult than what I thought. We're still gonna have to figure that out, I think. Okay, so don't pay attention to the colors. I know that's the whole point. Can't decide between this little lady and this little lady. This one, she is so stinking cute and right up my alley, but with how I want her to be and how I want her to feel, I think she's a little too girly perfect for this. But I think I'm gonna have to wait to make my final decision until we figure out what pose we're gonna put her in. Oh, I just saw this drawing again and it just made me happy for like the umpteenth time today. I did also sketch out a couple different layout ideas. The first one here, I went with the liminal spaced sort of feel. There could be a tile wall behind her, and she's sitting on a ledge with her feet disappearing into black water. Her feet are going into water, but she is already underwater. So I wanted to do like her ink around her and then maybe bubbles to signify that we're already already underwater, and so she doesn't know what the heckin' this stuff is. This one, she is jumping down a trail of bubbles, but I really want to lean into the vaporwave, logically illogical sort of a thing. And then I put together this little sketch. It's still in the liminal space, but she's kind of peering over a corner piece. Same thing with like the ink and the bubbles and stuff. I think this is what I want to do, or at least like a version of this. Yeah. Get out my handy dandy marker paper here. We'll get to sketching. I know that I don't have their colors or their outfit or who the heckin' is going to be here. Oh, you know what? Actually, if this is going to be the pose, well, first things first, you're not going to see her skirt or her shoes really, because even if you can see her foot, like if we end up actually making this visible, like she's like dipping a toe or something, she wouldn't be putting her shoed foot in there, you know? What is the most interesting top? You know what? Let me get it drawn first and then we'll decide. I want her to be looking down towards the watery goop, but how to make that with like the sclera type eyes, I'm not sure. I just wanted to make sure that I got her body in there, at least where I think it should be, and what I'm comfortable with actually getting a good pose out of. I did want her features to be a bit more soft, so I tried to round out her limbs a bit. I just want it to make sense with how she's sitting and her proportions. I also want it to be very obvious that she's dipping a toe very cautiously, you know? Like that, maybe. This still feels weird. I will say, rounder features I have very little experience in. Cute, soft characters, like any of the characters from the animated Lilo and Stitch or Shell in Road to El Dorado. I just love how, I don't know, they just feel like they would be a cozy person to get a hug from, you know? I also want that vaporwave like sun behind her. Let me actually focus on my character first. How about that? I didn't realize that hands grasping a ledge was one of the hardest things to find a reference for. Dang it. I'm just gonna try to make it work. I can kind of see what's going on there, and it was definitely better than before. I think I'm happy with that and how she looks and her proportions. We are going to be able to see a little bit more than what I originally planned for. I think I'm going to do this skirt, but make it shorts. And I think I'm going to do this shirt, honestly, because I think the ruffles will go with these ruffles. And I think I'm going to nix the polka dots because I'm going to do dots on her. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Get in where the ruffles would be. And then for her shirt, so she's got ruffles around her waist. This comes up like this, straight across here. And then big ol' ruffles up here. Okay, is that good? Technically she's got ruffles on the side, but you're not gonna be able to see that. Got that hair in, and I think I want, because she's a cuttlefish, kind of, I want to put some fins on her somewhere, but I don't know where. I thought about putting them where her ears would be. Little ears right here, but ruffles instead. Maybe even down her little leg here. I love her face. I love her little mouth. And I finally got the eyes figured out too. I think it does look like she's looking down here. Wait. If this is moving, no, I have that right. Okay. This is what happens when there are optical illusions, I guess. I'm not a very hard person to confuse in the first place. So you equip something like this and my brain just cannot compute, I guess. Oh my gosh. I have not been so excited to color something in at least like a week. Let me lighten this. Okay, first of all, hang on. I stinking love her face so much. Okay, I'm gonna lighten it. I'm gonna line work it, and then we'll go ahead and color it together because the line work part, guess what? I'd say absolutely nothing. The entire time that I've been doing this, I've just been squealing with joy. I think that's good for the line work. I think it looks pretty neat. I am gonna actually take a picture of it too. I took a picture of it before because I just was not confident. I am considering adopting her as an OC. I love her. Colors. Okay, blue. Blue first. And also probably should decide what we're doing for the skin color. I'm gonna do the skin. Okay, very good. Off we go. I'm so excited. I really hope that it comes together how I'm envisioning. Go ahead and fill in our spots. We'll move on to the pink, which is all of her skin bits that you can see that we haven't done. See, I was thinking that if we adopt her as an OC, we can figure out like what her different colors and patterns and stuff look like with her different moods. The color, the pattern, and the texture. We can make her like spiky and stuff whenever she's upset. And I don't know, I just think that it would be a lot of fun. Her like inkiness back here is also going to be pink. Is that all of the inky swirls? I think so. And I wanted to do her hair in pretty fat chunks because I don't want anyone to know if it's hair or if they are tentacles. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the background too. I think I'm gonna keep the yellow mostly down here since her hair is up here, and then we'll fade it to the pink to the blue. Yeah. She is a very vibrant girly. I also wanted to do some little twinkly bits in the water down here. And also, I am making the artistic decision to keep these tiles white and also her clothes white, with everything else being super, super colorful. I really like the absence of those colors in those places. I've heard other artists say this. It gives the eye somewhere to rest. I'm gonna go in here with my gel pen and then we will be done. Okie dokie artichokes! Are you ready to see it? I'm so excited. Oh, that was very anticlimactic, but here she is all done. Oh my gosh. First of all, I think this is probably the most colorful piece that I have ever created. And second of all, I absolutely love her so much. While it is true that she was born out of a 3-marker challenge, I think I am adopting a new child. I can't wait to figure out her different moods, what those look like, her different color changes and textures, her name. Comment down below if you have any ideas. I don't even know where to start. Look at them together. I obviously had a blast putting this little cutie together, and I hope you did too. If you doodled along or, created a new OC of your own, please post your creations on social media and tag me. You can find me here on Instagram and here on Blue Sky. We also have a community tab here on YouTube where you can post your art, because I would absolutely love to see anything that you create. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a whole bunch. And until I see you next week, don't forget to be kind to yourself. Bye!